So by now, Honor should be live in most regions, and I'm making this video to kind of get people's opinion of, do you want the option to be able to honor enemy team members? Pimbers, yeah, pimbers. Enemy team pimbers. What is a pimber? Well, I'm happy you asked and that you didn't ask, but I'm going to explain it anyway. Shut up. Do you want the option to honor enemy team members? Because that's something that isn't a thing now. With the new honor system, you can only actually honor your own team members. And sure, you saw something when honor first came out that you didn't see, you know, for like all the entire time that you might have been playing League of Legends, which was every game someone was trying to be nice. Mainly because probably they're trying to get that honor, or maybe because they were like actually nice and it's the first time you ever came across them ever. Most likely it was the former though. They wanted that honor, so they were being extra nice. Way to go, team member. Good job, team member. Whatever it was, that most likely was the reason why they were being nice, and you might have been playing a lot of nice games. But eventually it's going to revert back to how it was. People are going to be, you know, their old ways, in which case usually what happens in League of Legends, the nicest people most likely are the enemy team members, right? If you're doing bad, that's not a bad thing for the enemy team at all. So they're not going to flame you for being bad, right? I mean, they might, but they're not really going to flame you like your own team will, because you doing bad is going to hinder your own team a lot more. So that's why they're the most likely the ones that are going to attack you more so than the enemy team. To the point that most likely out of the two, in a coin flip even, the enemy team members are the one probably being the nicest. Not maybe necessarily nice, but just nicer. But sometimes they are nice, right? Sometimes maybe they are like the better people. You're just playing with mean people, and they're the nicer people. Like, you're like, I wish I was playing with you guys instead. We'd be having a great time. But that's just not the case. And some people don't value that. Some people mute all chat, which is fine too. But some people, like, they win because they're having fun, right? Or they're in like a fun environment, so it's like relaxing, so they're not worried about tilting. And that's why they win, because then they can focus and actually just have a good time and win. It goes hand in hand for them. And as such, you can't honor enemy team members though. So if they are actually the nice, you don't want to honor anyone on your team, because everybody on your team was just jerks, but you can't honor the enemy team because that's not an option right now. It's not that Riot is against the idea either. They have mentioned that they wanted mainly to get the new honor system live with their own team and just the interface and stuff like that right now first, and that is an option on the table to do down the road to be able to honor enemy team members, but it just wasn't, you know, on launch. They weren't able to do it. So I'm kind of making this video to get a feel though, do people actually want that though? Do you want the option to honor enemy team members? Do you want the option to be like, hey, this person on the enemy team was actually way nicer than my team. I wish I could say that they were an honorable opponent, that I can't say that anymore now, right? Or is that actually something you don't want? And that's part of why I'm making this video, because then afterwards I can get the feedback and actually get a general idea if that's what people even want. So that way, when the idea, if it hits the PBE, I can go at the PBE with the general consensus of what you guys have said, if you want it or not. And I can base my response or my post about it when it does come to the PBE based off of you guys' collective mindset, instead of just my own opinion. Because in my own opinion, I actually would like the option to do that. I played against literally what was probably like the nicest Tristana I've ever played against. If those who know me know, I don't really hate Tristana, outside of the fact that I feel like she's either really bad or she's out of nowhere just super good, and you just start to get bodied by Tristana like out of nowhere. Like, Tristana was like not even played or picked for like ever in my games, and suddenly she's in a game and it's because she's like just popping everybody and blowing everybody up, and you're like, oh crap, well I guess this champion is suddenly powerful. But this was like the nicest player. Like, this, they lost. We actually did really well. I got like 16 kills. I was going off. I only died like 5 times, I think. And we actually did very good. We snowballed the game. It was fun. But the enemy's Tristana was like super nice despite how bad, like, their team losing. And I kind of wish I could have said that was an honorable opponent. This was somebody that was just nice to play against because they were still in good spirits despite the fact they were losing. And it was all around a good experience for everybody involved, because then like us and our team, we would like interact with her too, and we just made the atmosphere was great. So then we just had a great game, both teams. And of course the enemy team probably would have liked to have won, of course, but they didn't walk away from that game super angry or super salty or super tilted or anything like that. And I just kind of want to I guess I want to highlight that because I think that would be kind of nice. I think the new honor system is pretty great, right? You can highlight somebody for actually being tilt proof or just being a great person to play with. I've gotten a bunch of honors myself already. It's pretty cool. But that's like the next step, is being able to honor the enemy team, being able to be like, hey, these people were also nice too. I think it'd be great if we could include them in the honor system. That's my opinion on it. But those who are new and might not be, you know, around for my videos often, or maybe this is my first video you've seen, my channel is a discussion. There is my opinion, of course, but it's about your opinion as well, discussing it in the comments below, and getting the general idea of how people feel besides what I feel, because sometimes I can be completely wrong depending on the topic as well, and you guys can have answers or enlighten me about something I didn't know or think about. So that's where this video is going to end now. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Specifically, comment again with your own opinion about this idea. Feel free to share this video if you want to, and so you can get other people's ideas. Get other people in on it, and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Not this video, but this idea. So feel free to share this video if you want to as well. But that's all for this video for me. I don't know which video will be next, because life will be quite a mess. So until next time, take care from the Falgadai FS, and thank you for watching.